Welcome, everyone, to our next episode. I'm Ed Reason with Reason Speaks, and we're going to have another great episode. A real opportunity for you to learn and hear from experiences from other people. I have a very special, just flew in guest just for this show. And I want to introduce her really quick so we can get our episode started. This is Elise. Elise, tell the group who you are.
I'm Elise. Thank you for having me, Ed. I'm actually Ed's wife. Uh, Flew in special just for this, so thanks for having me, Ed.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to have her on here because we were having a discussion about health journeys and how we, through some people we were speaking with, how did we get to where we were at? I mean, in terms of our health and what prompted that? What was this journey like? And I figured the best person to tell you would be the person that kind of got it started in terms of for herself and how it related to me. So tell us.
Well, when we first met, what was really, really special was over a short period, I noticed Ed deciding to go back to working out and being healthy. And I was busy working, and we had younger kids at home. And as they got out of the house, he started going to the gym a lot. And I started to see some really amazing changes in everything, his physique and his everything about his energy level, everything from reaction and the way he saw life even. And so it wasn't long I asked for, hey, I want to do that. So he started to give me some tips and ideas, and here we are today. And I think I'm healthier than I've ever been in my life. And I'm about to have a birthday. What, tomorrow?
Tomorrow. And you know, it's part of everyone's journey. Mine started was really for, I'd always been involved in fitness and, you know, a lot of sports and done a lot like almost everyone has. And at some point, you know, life kind of takes over and you get really busy. You're commanded by the family, you know, your resources are strained, your time is constrained. You don't have the opportunity to do what you want, even if you really want to. At some point, you're able to flex that back. You're able to get back into a more of a sedimentary lifestyle where you can settle into a certain way of living. And I know it can be hard for anyone, any family, depending on where you're at. I was always healthy, and I always worked out, but I didn't to the level until I started to really want to make that change and make these things happen. And as Elise said, is that it transforms not only what you do, it changes who you are because you're starting to see yourself evolve and grow into what you're supposed to be, not what you settled for. And as you're able to do that, you're also able to really start to command your health in a different level. There's many levels on where you can go and what you can choose to do. But as you improve, you start to, let's say, level up, and you get better and better, and you start to learn. I'd spent a lot of time. My family's always been involved in fitness. My brother and I have owned gyms for years. He was a professional trainer. I've done training as well. He was a professional bodybuilder. We've done a lot, and it never really interested me to the level that he took it, but I had that interest to do it. I really wanted to stay healthy because really health is all you have. That is your asset. Everything after that comes from that. And you really need to get your health. And being physically fit to whatever levels your ability will take you to is, I think, what everyone needs to do. And Elise has done an amazing job. First, you know, it's really hard to listen to someone that you love tell you how to do stuff. And we've all been in there. But she was really willing to listen and take advice and then put in the effort. And she's done just an amazing job of making herself better. And would you like to tell them your age? Because you never tell a woman's age, but that's up to her.
Tomorrow I will be 66. I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my life. I'm the strongest I've ever been in my life. And I've always been physical, but I've never been strong. I've never been fit. I've been thin. And so I'm probably bigger than I've ever been, but it's very healthy. And thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done to help me to be a better me. And I want to see you do that for so many other people. It's not about just us now. We have to give this away. We have to be able to share what we have and what we've done with everyone. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're trying to bring to everyone is it's not just I can do it or she can do it. You can do it.
Well, you know what? I think when I saw that Olivia Newton-John video, Let's Get Physical, it changed everything. Well, no, that wasn't it. It was just you start to feel age catching you. You start to see those years, and I'm not talking about your physical appearance. I'm talking about how you're able to function. You know, the strength. You know, your stamina in all areas. And I think that you can recover up a lot of that, but you want to start doing that before you get to a point where your recovery, your amount you can recover is a lot smaller. Yes, you can start at any time, and I would encourage anyone, start right now.
Right now.
When's the best time to start something? Right now. Or you can be the tomorrow man. Start
We have a-
tomorrow. Tomorrow's a great day to start if you want something tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. So in this health journey, what we were talking about is that let's not only see for her is that, you know, let's get rid of some of the ailments. Let's think about how you view your body and your health, not from just the appearance aspect, but how do you view your body? Your body's a machine. You can take care of it. Let's treat it like a machine. Let's feed it like a machine, and let's get it working like a machine. So you don't have the breakdowns. You know, my old analogy, which I'll use again, is that if you're driving your car and the oil light comes on, the first thing you do is you put a little piece of tape over it and you keep driving. No, that's not how it works, because your car will break down. But essentially, when you're not taking care of the indicators that happen to you, you're not dealing with your health ahead of time, you're going to pay that cost because that engine is going to fail. It's just when. And ignoring it or masking it with things that are not meant to make you better, they're just made to medicate the symptoms, is not an approach. I don't care in any health journey you choose, that is not the way to go. And, you know, she started embracing the idea of let's make this, or let's incorporate this into part of our lifestyle. We're going to set this as a priority out to the side. We don't have a strict guideline, but we know in a week we want to accomplish a certain amount. We're flexible, you know, and I think you should be flexible in what you decide to do, how that's going to work. I want to be flexible enough that I'm not rigid, but rigid enough that I have structure. And so we set up an idea. We know we're going to do this amount. We know how we're going to do it. I'll set her up with a plan. Here's what you want to do. She's at the point now through the learning where I don't have to show her everything because she knows how to do it. I just watch her to make sure that she does it correctly.
And once you start to work out in a way, like I've worked out different ways in my lifetime, never been in a gym, never done weights, and that's where my focus is now. I do some other things as well, but the focus is the weights. And the key is the form. And I had no idea, because when I would come away sore in a certain spot or it hurt, and it wasn't just hurt, it's like it stayed with me, I did it wrong. And he would come across the gym and say, if you lift your arms a little bit, or if you turn this way, every little thing about how I held the weight mattered, and I didn't hurt myself. And so today I can go in the gym and I can see, I'm not judging someone else, but I can see they're going to get hurt because of what they're doing. And that's, you know, thank you for helping me not make those mistakes.
Well, I helped her because someone helped me. And when you see how to do it and you understand from working with professionals, not people that are trying to sell you something, or 10 steps to lift weights, or Arnold said this. Well, Arnold's Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, that's not going to work for you because you're not Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, let's be you. Let's find out where your comfort level is. Let's find out what works for you, your range of motion, your level of commitment, your level of effort. And let's match that to what you're going to do. Now, you certainly, depending on what you decide to do, you're going to get various levels of success. But even going to the gym is a success. Why? Because if you're a woman, and there's a lot of things out there, there's a lot of negatives out there. You know, you go to a gym and the guy's googly eye, or the women, you know, there's a lot of dysfunction in the gym. Surprisingly enough, it's just like life. You just have to ignore it. You're in there to do your job. You're in there to do your thing, and that's it. Whatever's going on around you, you have to kind of blur it out. And I will tell you, that's hard.
Definitely wear earplugs. It's very distracting.
I used to see, I used to see when I'd go to the gym and I was learning. And you're so judgmental. We all are. I am. You see things and you go, well, that's so stupid. Why the heck are they doing that? And then I would watch these guys, these big guys coming in, and they got all these clothes on, and they got headphones on, they got dark sunglasses on. I thought, well, what a dork. Well, I kind of got it. The thing is that they don't want to see it. They don't want to hear it. And they don't want you to see it. They just want to do their thing and be left alone.
What's really, really nice for me is to be in the gym and I have someone come up to me, and most of them are women. And it would be a question because they see what we're doing and they see how I'm doing it. And they see, a lot of them know that we're together because he comes over and he helps me, or or I'll come getting something out of the bag. But lately, a few of the women have come up and said, oh, I noticed, I wish I could do that for this part or that. And I just can't. And I will say, and I said, well, you need to talk. Why don't you go see Ed? He'll help you. He really will. Just ask him. And there's a couple of women that have. Most of the guys, they just walk right up to him if they have something to ask. Most think they know everything and they don't ask. But really, some of these younger guys have been coming up to Ed as well. It felt very good to me to have some of these women, younger and older, that actually approach me and look for some help and suggestions. But I usually point them to Ed because I'm not there. I'm not really the expert. I'm still learning, and I love what I'm learning. And on the days where I say I don't feel like going, and then I take a breath, and we kind of look at each other like, are we really not going to go? Or we just look, if we do that every day, we'll eventually not go. So we try to just go when we don't want to. And at the end, it feels so good to say, oh, I'm so glad I went. So.
Well, if you stayed home, what would you do? Watch TV, your time would get filled, you wouldn't put into yourself. This is about really putting into yourself. It's amazing how your mind will change. And I won't even say from a confidence because that's part of it. But when you're able to start remanufacturing, you're able to restructure your body through the force of your will, you would be amazed at how that changes how you see yourself and what you think you can do. Because look, hardest thing that most people have, or I think the hardest thing for anyone to do, bar none, the hardest thing anyone can do is control this. That's your mouth. What you eat, what you drink, and what you say. And if you really think about it, you're killing yourself. And I'm not telling you, you can eat what you can do. I'm not here to judge anyone. I've been there. I know what it's like, and I know how hard it can be. But your mouth control is the source of where you go, because that's your stomach. Your health is in your stomach. That's where it's at. So what you're consuming, you're making unhealthy sometimes.
And it's not like we don't eat some junk. We do. But we are very careful not to let that be our way of life. If we crave something, and I won't name certain things, but if we crave certain foods.
Don't say ice cream.
I won't say ice cream.
Don't say.
It's just like Ed eats ice cream almost every night. Just no kidding. So, and it's something he can do. I can't.
I don't eat a giant bowl. I eat just a little bit, and that's for me. Now, I don't have to do it. I just choose to do it. Now, I can stop any time because I'm not.
That's what they all say.
I'm not addicted. I'm not addicted. I just like it. No, it's
you
just,
got to let yourself enjoy, some of the things that you love. And that is, if you want a cookie, eat a cookie. But you can't eat a box of cookies. You can't eat a box of cookies, especially every night. Anyway.
You are what you eat.
Yeah.
You are what you think. And you represent what you say.
And our lifestyle, our relationship has totally transformed into what I call the best relationship I have ever had in my entire life with any human being. And I want to thank you for being my partner and my everything to help me be a better person. I just makes me feel
having
really
good people around you makes you better. She has made me better, and that's the purpose of kind of what we're trying to do here, is to make you better. Because being around people that are there to help you and support you to make you better will.
And there's so many episodes that Ed is going to share with you about every topic, every subject. This is just one little piece that we, hope to bring and help people. But watching you and seeing what you're doing and how you're able to share all this knowledge. When I met Ed, I got to tell you, the one thing I said to everyone is, oh, you should just hear him. You should just be able to listen to what this man speak. We should bottle that. And it was a joke back then. What was it, 16 years ago? Yeah, I'm going to bottle that someday. And guess what? That's what we're doing is we want to share with you. I want to get what's in there out and share it. Because
Well, you know what they say, behind every great man is a woman pushing him. Over
the
a
cliff.
No,
Oh,
that's
new
no,
jokes,
you
please.
you need someone. You need someone there that basically has your back. Someone there to encourage you. If it's not a spouse, make it a friend. If it's not a friend, make it someone that you have. You can develop a relationship with, that coexist. Workout people. I don't know. For everyone, it's different. The solution's going to be different, but find people that think like you but challenge you. People that will push you forward. When you don't want to walk, they'll walk with you. People that encourage you, help you. It's very hard to develop those relationships, but you can be one, or you can get one by being one. That's a really good way to look at it. When I do for someone, I'm doing for me. And that's how you get it. And when she was talking about people in the gym, I'll help them no matter what because someone helped me. And I'm not Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's got a ways to go before he gets to this. But, well, wait a second. He's already passed this and all on the way down. But, I'm not, and you shouldn't compare yourself to anyone else. You're not running anyone else's race. You are running yours. And if you're not running your race, whose race are you running? What are you doing? Find your race and run in it. And this is what a hard thing, especially when you get to the gym. Mm-hmm. People hate going to the gym because they think, look at all those people in shape and I'm in terrible shape. You'd be surprised. Outside of them being judgmental, they really don't care about you. I mean, you're not giving them they're not giving you a second thought because you know why? They're too busy looking at themselves.
And boy, do they. There's a lot of posers in the gym. So you have to stay focused on what you're doing. One of the things I love is to have my earbuds in and have music going. And so that I can focus on what I'm doing. And sometimes I see something and I ask Ed, what about that? And he'll either share, yeah, we can incorporate that, or that's not good, and this is why we wouldn't want to do that. One of the things that we just started doing is looking to incorporate a little something different. Personally, I'm going to incorporate some Pilates, so I'm real excited about that. And together we're going to incorporate some yoga, because we haven't done a lot of that. We have in the past a little, but it's time to start adding some other things to, number one, keep it fresh. We're always evolving. And not give, to just get stuck in one rut and one routine.
And
it's been 2 years.
And I had to be very careful because I'm kind of lactose intolerant. So yogurt isn't good for me.
He's just intolerant. Don't trust him to say that. Yeah.
No, I think being able to incorporate a little of everything is good. Sample what makes sense for you. Bring in what is appropriate for you. One thing that most people miss, and we'll talk about this in another edition as far as actually training and health a little bit deeper. This is just on the relationship level and how it matters. But a thing that really can help a lot of people is that if you're not doing it, stretch. Stretching is really, really, really important. It will help you. It keeps you pliable. Even these massive guys that don't stretch, you'd be surprised the problems they have. Your body's meant to be pushed, and that's where the weight training goes. It pushes, strengthens the bone, helps with osteoporosis, helps with overall strength. You see these people walking around very frail. That's not necessary. But when you incorporate that their muscles are really tight, a fall can change a life.
One of the things you shared with me when I started, because I have not ever been the one that would just go do weights, he shared with me that as a woman ages, the one thing that can strengthen her bones, and this is key, is to push and resist, like have resistance or push weight. And I started looking up and reading about it, and I went from osteopenia to zero problems. Zero. no bone issues, and very high bone density levels, all of those things. So it matters what you do, and you can reverse a lot.
Right. And a part of it too, more of a discussion again. We have to go deeper in a lot of things.
Subscribe.
Is nutrition. I'm not talking about eating twigs and rocks and anything crazy. I'm talking about just managing your nutrition on a basic level. You'd be surprised how much disease you can prevent, how your health can change. Most people don't know it, and they listen to things that are kind of pseudoscience. They don't really work. I always took it from, let me see someone that's done it, let me prove it out, let me slowly incorporate it and see what works for me. Then I believe it because I've actually done it. I'm not selling it. I get nothing
And
from
you
it.
too can do it. And we got to get these people to come on board and watch Ed. You've got to subscribe and follow, and you will be amazed at all of the amazing things you're going to learn. Some things you may know and you'll be able to share with us. Ed's going to have as many guests as he can to help him get better as well. So if you have an idea or a thought about what we're talking about or anything, please subscribe, follow, suggest. We are open. Ed,
Hit
yeah,
the like
pound that button.
Hit the like button. But, this is the thing where, some people say they want to help you and some people will help you. I promise you, I will always bring value to what we do. I will try to bring a different point of view, but it really requires you to want to. It really requires you to want to make that change. She did an amazing job. I've had other people that we've been able to make amazing results with, and it wasn't easy. It took time. It took some effort, but it can be done. If you don't like where you're at, it can change. Yes, it's going to require work. It will require some time, but it's not only doable, it's necessary. If you want to be stronger, you want to be hot and 65, there you go. You can do it. And not because she was some genetic gift. She worked into it. You can too. I don't care where you're at. I don't care how much you weigh. You hear the stories of people lost hundreds of pounds and did it. What was their epiphany moment? What changed for them? But it will change, back to what we were talking about, it will change the relationship. Because when who should care more about you than you? And if you don't care about you, it's hard for other people to care about you as well. And I'm not talking in a selfish nature or self-centered. I'm talking if you're not willing to take care of yourself, believe in yourself, and care for yourself, how can you expect those around you to care more than you do? And it transfers over to other people. Now, with my sons and everything, they were, I won't say inspired, but sort of.
They send pictures of themselves at the gym, so they're
Right.
inspired.
So, and all it was is, and how I started that was, I would, when I started going to the gym and I tried to get them to go, and when they finally did, and, some things started changing, they started really seeing results. My whole thing is, it went up to kind of push them along and said, you're going to tell me you're going to let an old guy kick your ass in the gym? I would be embarrassed. I would just be sad if somebody did that to me, especially if it's your dad. And so I would always outwork them. The one thing that you can control, no matter what's going on in your life, how hard you work and how long you work, you control that. And so you can put the effort in to whatever it is. And again, I'm not telling you there's a magic pill, 10 steps, nothing like that. What I'm saying, it's actually doable. You can get what you want, at least improve where you're at. You can at least do that. And when you do, that success will breed the success for the next thing and the next thing. And before you know it, 10 years later, your life is different. Mm-hmm. Was it easy? No. Was it quick? No. It was doable. It's just, are you committed to doing that? And you only have your health. You need to take care of it. You can either put a couple dollars in on the front end or many on the back end trying to recover from it, because you will not get away from it. You can't escape your body. Your mind, your body, and your spirit work together. If one isn't working right, none are going to work right. Treat your body the way it was meant to be treated. It was meant to take you through your whole life, not just to the next hospital visit. It wasn't meant to take you to the next medicine. That's not what it was meant to do. It was meant to take you through your life. It was meant to keep you vibrant and strong and healthy, sexually active. Those type of things. It's all important stuff. Joke around a little bit, but it's really true. I mean, you don't need most of the things that are being foisted upon you.
And a good example of that is just recently I was a few months back shared that I had high sugar level to take this pill. And I took this to our nutritionalist and shared with her, and she made a little tincture out of some natural herbs, and I put it under my tongue for a few weeks, and went back about a month actually, and then went back, and the blood levels are perfect. So you don't have to always throw a pill at it, but you can try something else first. Of course, you always want to listen to your doctor. I get that. And that's really important. But I shared with him, no, I won't take that pill. Here's what I'm going to do. And then I'll be back. And he said, okay. And you just have to take charge of your own health. You can't just turn that over and assume that every doctor is going to be, give you the exact advice that you need. And it may be great for you. It may have solved the problem, but it may have caused 10 other problems.
And
So that's the other.
And most deaths in hospitals are accidents. 30%, there's a lot of death, a lot of unnecessary things. So we have to remember that you have to be in control. And yes, it requires something from you. Anything of quality will, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your health, whether it's your finances, it's going to require something of you. But I'm not asking you to do any more than you're already doing. I'm not asking you to give 120%. I'm asking you to give me the 100%, but just give me a different, let's reproportion some of that other percentage you're wasting. Let's use some of that. I'm not asking for more. I'm just asking for a reposition, a different choice.
We did that. We started little, just small. I would go every now and then. Then I would go a few, once a week, and then a few times a week. And now it's process, and it's part of our routine, and it was a perfect transition. It wasn't just all in, I'm going 4 days a week. It didn't happen that way. So, and everyone's different.
But I don't think it's natural for that. I mean, you have to get something that's, first, you own it. You make that choice, you step into it, you follow a process, and you build on it. How do you build a house? You just come in, you just drop it, and you walk away. No. Foundation, one thing, and pretty soon you have a house. You're building a house. What kind of house do you want?
What kind of house do you want? Click that button and come and join us.
Subscribe, like, catch us on Facebook. Send your comments. We're always looking for guests and opportunities to partner with people. This is a really good chance for you to get your voice out there. Also, I noticed that someone has a really good-looking shirt on.
Oh, yeah, I like this shirt. The Reason Speaks. Ed gave me this shirt. You can get this shirt.
Well,
I'm going to make sure you can see this
mine
shirt.
doesn't fit quite as proportionally well as hers, and that's okay.
You need to just come to the gym with me some.
I will. I will come to the gym. I'm going to be working on my upper chest a lot. But, these are great shirts. Not selling them. They're very comfortable. They'll make you feel really good, and you can be part of the Reason Speaks nation.
Yeah, I'm not
it's not a nation, but it's a country. We're going to the nation status soon.
I'm not a T-shirt person, but I got to say these are the softest T-shirts. You picked a really good T-shirt.
I will only recommend or do what I use or I have. Always a promise. If I tell you something, I'm doing it. If I told you I did it, I did it. If I'm telling you everything I actually do. That's why I'm telling you, and I know it works because I did it. And so you can too. And she's shown that it's not only possible, it looks good when it's done or when it's building even. So like us, subscribe, catch us on Facebook, catch us on reasonspeaks.com. Look for merchandise. We're getting more and more all the time because people are asking. Just ways of building that community together and having fun doing it, looking good doing it. That's what it's really all about. I mean, as we age, let's be healthier. I don't care how old you are. If you're 16 years old, you're aging. If you're 80 years old, you're aging. So let's kind of make it a good transition for all of us where we're healthy, happy, and we're finding out who we really are. If you have any questions or you need anything, comments, I respond to your comments directly. Feel free to do so. We love our conversations with our viewers. Anything you have to say?
I love my conversations with you so much. Thanks for having me join you. And I have the opportunity to listen to Ed on a regular basis. And you will see if you follow us and you pay it, if you follow Ed, I will say, not us, because this is really Ed. This is Ed Ed Show, and he's all about the reason for everything he does. He'll give you the reason. That's why it's Reason Speaks.
When reason speaks, you should listen.